Today on the show, we talk conspiracy theories, Titanic, play a little Would You Rather, and we build a rocket ship. This is Two Young Golf Bros. Dude, I don't get how people... How did everybody die on the Titanic? I mean, not everybody. Other than the lifeboats people. I understand, like, trauma from things crashing on you and stuff. And some people who can't swim.
So they were...
And that's tragic. But dude, you can tread water. An hour and 40 minutes, right? Until the first rescue ship got there?
So, yes, there were about 1,500 people that died. I know how that many people died. Can you think of how? Like, how possibly could someone die?
In the ocean. Well, there's many ways. I mean, sharks.
Sharks?
Sharks?
Oh, I thought you said sharks. Okay, so sharks could have killed 1,500 people?
No, not 1,500 people.
Oh.
So 1,500 people died. That's the amount?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, dude, that's way too high.
What happened?
Well, so you think that's reasonable? I mean, I just don't get...
It happened. It is reasonable because it happened.
So, okay. You can tread water. It gets... I mean, you can... I don't know.
So, wait. Again, like I said, I know how that many people died. I know exactly how...
Well, go ahead.
But no, I want you to tell me how, because you've... Like, how could that many people die? You said shark attacks possible?
But that probably... I mean, that's not... I don't think
that probably didn't happen. How did... You have to account for that many people dying. Yeah. How did it happen? Come up with something.
Okay. Do you know how many people were on the ship at the time of full submergence?
There were 1,500 people. Well, I think there were about 1,500 people that did not get on a lifeboat. I believe that's the number. And then nearly everybody that went down with the ship
See, I have
died.
a problem with that. I have a problem with that. I don't get why they didn't tread water. And I right? I mean,
no. This is the bit. Tell me how they died. How could they? How could they have died?
They drowned.
Uh-huh.
So, I understand. Okay, so not everybody can swim. That's probably what, 15% of people, of adults.
Oh, I don't know, man.
I don't know either. But like, so then shouldn't have 70 or 85% of people theoretically survived, other than the ones who had, something fall on them when the ship was falling apart and all that. I understand that. I just don't get it. I mean, I've never thought about it, but you showed me that Titanic thing this morning, and it's something I've been thinking about.
Well, don't worry, Mark, because Science Cody is here. Right. Well, it's not science. Historical Cody is here. I was not there, but I've had this really interesting fascination with the Titanic since I've been a little kid. And so I've studied it and watched movies and documentaries and videos and read about it. And so, first of all, as the ship was sinking, there were people that did not make it. They died on the ship. So they drowned in their rooms. Some people were shot. Like a few, like very select few were shot by staff members. I think it's actually like one or two that because of a commotion shot someone. People jumped off the ship when it was way in the air. Now, in the Titanic movie, the ship is it's portrayed to be way higher up in the air than I think it really was. But I think people jumped off and probably, I don't know how tall that would be, but there were people that drowned. But here's the reason why everybody that went down with the ship died was because the water temperature is freezing.
Okay.
So
didn't think about that.
So if you didn't drown, you froze. And I think most people got so cold, either they froze to death or they got so cold that they could no longer move and they went under, or they, their inside stopped working because they froze.
Well, yeah, hypothermia.
Yeah.
Where in the Atlantic was this? Like, from parallel to the United States, where?
I believe it was to the east of. I think it was like. So they were going to New York.
Right.
That was their destination.
Pretty far north.
I think, yeah. So I believe they were close, like within a day or two of making it to New York. So think about, where Manhattan is, and then just go due east. It's somewhere. Yeah, that may not be accurate, but it's somewhere out there, near the. I would say it's within a day or two of the U.S. coast.
Okay.
But yeah, very cold waters, hypothermia, freezing. I don't know if everybody, physically froze like. The movie portrays people that have like ice in their hair and they're, frozen shut, like their mouths are frozen shut. Hypothermia is probably what happened. People stop being able to breathe because they're so freezing, and then they either, drown or their heart stops working. It's quite a tragedy. And Mark earlier was laughing at it.
No, I was not. You pulled up a comedic video about it.
No, that's a fabrication. That is not true. The video I pulled up was a real-time animation of the ship sinking, 2 hours and 40 minutes from when the ship hits the iceberg to when it goes underwater. And that's a fascinating video that we watched most of today. It is a really fascinating video.
What about those parts when you would like pause it? You'd be like, look at those losers like falling off. I thought that was very insensitive.
That is a fabrication here. That did not happen. There weren't even people in the video.
There were.
No.
Yes.
There were no people in that video. It's just the ship. There's sound effects, but it's just the ship. Okay, and this is reality. Neither of us laughed or anything of the sort. Today was a good day though. We did watch the video and that was so interesting, but football is back.
Football is back.
I love the fall season, and not just because football, but football is kind of like the inauguration of autumn, I think. And even though it was 100 degrees today, it's going to be getting cooler within the next month or month and a half. But yeah, football is just this, not everybody likes football. Not everybody has to like football. But it's just this really special thing. I don't know. It's very nostalgic for me.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite sport. Every game matters, so the regular season is entertaining. I love basketball, love the playoffs, but it's really hard.
I just noticed that on our notes there. Can you read the very first bold word? Read it real slow.
On which side?
On the left side, the title there.
Yeah.
Read it.
It's September 8th.
No, read it. Read the first word real slow.
Intro banter?
No. The first word. The very first word. The big bold word. That's the month we're in.
Oh.
Can you pronounce it the way it's spelled?
Yeah. September.
Today is September. Okay. I just noticed that we put a typo on our notes there. But
yeah, we did it.
You typed that, dude.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
You sent me this note.
No, I didn't call it September. I
on
said episode
accident
1.
You did. Okay, this this is definitely your mistake, but we're gonna go on here.
Okay. Blame others.
Yeah.
So the nostalgia of fall is something pretty special. It's often joked about. People make fun of women a lot for fall. Pumpkin spice lattes, Ugg boots. Are those even? Those certainly aren't as popular as they used to be.
Yeah, those.
But you know what? I can't blame them, dude. Autumn is just.
It's the best.
It's the best. People are because the heat exhausts you, so all year you're just waiting to get out of it. Fall is such a relief from that.
I would be willing to bet that people are generally just in a better moods and happier in the fall, just because. And it depends on where you're from. Where if you're from a place where we are that is very hot, it's miserable in the summer, and then when it starts to get cold, it's like you walk outside and all your problems have gone away because it feels incredible. And I mean, like, hoodie season is such a fun time, and I don't know. It's there's a lot of smells and sounds kind of involved with the autumn season that I love. When I was growing up, my mom would always do a like an apple cinnamon, like a little what do you call those? The little Glade scent thingies. They've got a real name, but I don't know what they are.
Wallflowers?
Wildflowers?
Wallflowers?
Yeah, there you go. Wildflowers. I don't know what that is. But that smell would just waft through the house, and it was amazing. And then you have the, for those of us who like football, you've got all the different networks in their NFL theme. So I got a fun idea. I'm gonna hum it, and you gotta tell me what channel it is.
I'm not great at this, but I can give it a shot.
Well, I knew you aren't good because I want to appear to be better than you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
Good luck.
I'm kidding. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You just realized this might get us in trouble.
Oh, copyright?
I don't know if we can do this.
Depends how pitch perfect you are.
I don't know if we can do this. That was NBC.
Yeah.
You didn't know it, so we're gonna move on.
Sunday night.
Yeah, I told you. But yeah, what's your favorite? What's your favorite? I'll just tell you my favorite temperature. So it's like 50 degrees.
Oh.
It's my favorite temperature. It's not hot by any means, but it's not cold by any means. So like you can wear jeans and a sweatshirt or a hoodie, and it just feels great.
Yeah, you can get away with a sweatshirt or a hoodie in 50 degrees. I love 60, honestly. You can still have on a jacket and not be too hot, but you can still have shorts on. Yeah, I think if it's sunny outside, shorts are just fine. So 60 is awesome. Anything past 75 is kind of a little too much, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, especially when it's humid where you are, like, 'cause then it gets to be like unbearable to be outside. But you know what I hate? So what I hate the most is Texas winters, because it's always sunny in Texas. Not really, but like when it's 40 degrees and sunny, like your car is hot when you get in it outside, but it's cold outside. But then the sun is making you warm, and so it's like this really weird thing where in the morning, and the sun is not up, and usually when you are going to work, it's not quite at its highest point. Obviously, it's still rising a little bit, but you go get in your car and it's chilly. You got your jacket on, you got your jeans. It's 40 degrees, so like there's maybe some frost on the car or whatever. And then by like 10 a.m., if you get in your car at 10 a.m., it's been sitting out there all night or all morning. It's freaking hot. And then you have to shed all these layers off.
Yeah. Taking the jackets off and on again are pretty annoying.
Yep.
Texas winters are so unpredictable too. Texas from like September and really October through March, it's just anything can happen. You never know.
Yeah. You know what I love about October? Haunted house season.
Oh yeah.
When is the last time you've been to a haunted house?
Dude, I have actually never been to a legit haunted house. I went to a Six Flags one.
Those are not legitimate.
Yeah.
They
are
family friendly.
Yeah.
So it's like...
It wasn't very scary. Pleasantly strolled through the whole thing, so didn't get the haunted house experience. I would love to go to Cutting Edge or one of these...
yeah, dude.
One of these real scary ones.
Cutting Edge, I believe, is the world's longest haunted house.
Is it the one where you have to jump out at the end onto like a mattress?
Oh,
like
what?
You jump off a second story.
What?
Well, yeah, there's one.
What? No.
No. They have a guy chasing you with a chainsaw.
And you have to jump off of a...
Yeah. You jump off onto a...
Dude, there's no way.
A soft landing.
A mattress is not soft?
Well...
From...
Not like a queen-size mattress. Like some special large...
There's no way. First of all, no. That's not the haunted house where you jump off the roof to get onto a mattress.
It should be.
But dude,
That's the one we should do.
I mean, I know you sign waivers when you go to a haunted house, but...
Yeah. Stunts.
I mean, there's no way. So imagine the amount of injuries that would be incurred by a group of 15 or 20 people who don't know each other that well, all put together, and then obviously a character, a staff member of the haunted house chasing you, and everyone's just jumping off at different times.
Well, they need to like single file line up and jump off safely.
But who's going to coordinate that?
Yeah, there's not a lot of when someone's chasing with a chainsaw. It's probably hard to.
Yeah, I mean if we could find that haunted house and go to it and report on it, that'd be great. Maybe we could go to haunted house this fall.
We should GoPro a haunted house.
It's a dope idea, actually.
Yeah, if that's allowed.
I would imagine you can. It's also going to be so dark, you may not even see anything.
Yeah, night vision, baby.
Okay, can you afford a night vision GoPro?
I don't know. I don't know what the price is of that.
Do they make night vision GoPros?
They're going to start after this.
Somebody will be inspired.
Yeah.
By both of us.
We love GoPro here at Two Young Golf Pros.
Sponsored by
Pros Go Pros.
Holy crap!
Golf Pros Go Pro.
Golf Pros Go Pro at night.
Gosh.
Golf Pros go night vision at night in their pros.
That's right.
There is a really nice night golf course. Now we're not a golf show, but we both like golf, and there is the little 9-hole night course up the road, which is super fun.
It's so fun, and it's a par 3 course, right? So
yeah, there's one par 4. I remember we've gone there several times, and dude, that par 4 is just because obviously you hit your irons on the par 3s, but that par 4 is just a fun opportunity just to try to drill something all the way as far as you can.
Nothing more satisfying than just drilling a straight ball. Like, oh, dude, it takes a while to get there, and I'm still not all the way there, but when you get it right, it's just great.
I pretty much slice everything off the tee box if I'm not hitting an iron. Like every driver I hit, it's off to the right. And what I've done is I've tried to. So rather than like learn how to not slice my ball, I'm lazy, so I just aim more left.
Yeah.
And you're gonna lose some distance there, but
yeah,
I don't have the time. I'm lazy, I guess. I don't make time to like take lessons. Although lessons, we're amateurs. I mean, sorry, we are not amateur, like
we're
official amateurs.
Yeah, yeah.
But we are not professionals in any way. We are casual golfers. And we, I could benefit from a lesson. Like just give me like 1 hour with someone.
I did a lesson one time. When I started getting into golf, I did like a paid lesson where they put these sensors on your shoulders, your hips, and your wrists, I think, and they analyze your swing with different clubs, and then you like watch it with the pro, and they give you pointers and show you give you feedback on everything. Then
you find out later that you were helping film a video game.
Yeah, that's right.
Pieces on your every part of your body.
I got paid for that.
Yeah. So you actually weren't learning how to play golf because you haven't really, you didn't go pro. So did you get your money back or?
Well, I certainly have a better tee shot than you.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. I am not a good tee shotter.
No, I think the issue with slicing, I think that's the most common issue for beginners, is just bringing your hands over all the way on contact. But, dude, who am I to give lessons? I'm just a young golf pro.
What if you started giving lessons? What if you're like, some kid's like, Mr. Mark? And you're like, listen, man, keep your hands open all the way to the right. You're right-handed, right? Keep them open all the right. Okay, now put the ball at the very front of your stance. Make sure you lean all the way back.
Make sure you're on one foot when you make contact with the ball. You want to really put all the power into it that you can.
How long could you... Okay, if you started let's say you make these really beautiful graphics and you make social media for yourself. I do lessons, golf lessons, $100 an hour, whatever you would charge. Because dude, if someone's taking lessons from you,
they don't know.
They don't know the mechanics.
But I'll tell you exactly what would happen. A father would bring his kid who really wants his kid to get good at golf, and he would start hearing you give all these pointers, and he'd be like, don't do that. And he would call you out and he would give you a bad review.
But if he doesn't know crap about golf...
But he would. If he's trying to get his son into golf, he's probably a fan.
I would imagine then what you have to do is find someone who is not a golfer at all by any means. Teach him how to play golf like an adult. You know, you're like, yeah, man. Make sure you touch your toes together and your heels like, side by side. You would freaking fall over.
Oh my gosh! I want to see. We should make a video of just terrible golf tips.
That's actually a really fun idea.
That's funny.
Yeah, a bad advice video. Like,
yeah.
If you want to be just as good at golf as Mark and Cody, here are the steps to take.
This is what you need to do.
I actually think if you stood on a tee box and put your feet side by side, I think you would when you would swing back. I think you honestly might.
Yeah.
Fall over.
Yeah, probably. I think we should use our drivers on greens just to get a really powerful putt.
How quickly could you and I get kicked off of a golf course? Like, imagine we go book a tee time and we show up and we look real nice. We dress up and we're like being real cordial and we have like really expensive looking equipment because we're sponsored by Nike. We're sponsored by Titleist. We can have all these equipment. They'll give them to us because the amazing sponsorships that we have.
Yeah.
But let's say we show up and make ourselves look real professional and go, and then like we just start like the tee shot. We hit to the wrong hole. Like we hit towards the clubhouse.
Oh my gosh.
And we're like, oh, are you okay? I sliced it behind me.
Have you ever been reprimanded on a course?
Yes.
I have not.
So my dad and I were apparently playing too slow, and this guy was hitting into us.
That's annoying.
And we were not playing that slow. And but yeah, dude, these guys were hitting into us. And then the marshal came by, and he was saying, like, you guys need to play faster or you're going to be kicked out. And my dad and I are like, are you kidding?
Okay, we've talked way too long about golf.
Yeah, for a show that's not about golf, we've covered golf quite a bit.
Golf.
Probably
did a favor to all those people clicking it just because of the name.
Our quota for the year.
Yeah. So I do want to ask you a question. If you had to pick a sport to go pro at between basketball and football, between those two, which would you do?
Man, probably basketball.
You work more in basketball.
So?
There's more games. I'm just saying. I mean, but
yeah.
There's negatives to football for sure.
Right. I think football. I don't like now. Basketball is. It's not intended to be, but it is. There is contact. Football's a contact sport. Something like football or hockey or like boxing. I don't like getting hit, and so I would not do well with football anyway. And also, I'd be too afraid of being injured. And there's obviously the long-term injuries that. That happen or that can happen. And I know basketball does have that for sure. But I think I've always loved playing like pickup basketball. In football, I'm too afraid of getting injured. Gosh, dude, basketball poses the same injuries of like jumping and landing and breaking an ankle.
Getting Kevin Ward.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. So that is a possibility. But I think what I like, and this is just from going to basketball games, especially playoff basketball games, there's just like, and I've not been to many NFL programs. I've been to a couple.
What's a program?
I said NFL pro game. I meant to say, I didn't mean to say program. I meant to say NFL pro game, but that does not make sense because there is no such thing as an NFL amateur game or not a pro game. Anyway, but basketball, there's just this, the arena is smaller, the people are closer. I think there's more electricity, and dude, like hitting a three, in like a big clutch moment in the playoffs, like, is unreal, and I don't think that I would find that in football. So, and also I don't know, dude.
I don't know. I mean, if you have a last-minute drive, it's a one-possession game, you're bringing up the field. And every play, you're just like nailing a first down. That is electrifying.
Yeah. Well, thankfully I can switch if I want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Michael Jordan.
Somehow I can just go between
Kyler Murray's going to do that,
Yeah,
I imagine.
might go play for the A's after football's over
Yeah.
next year. What about you? Basketball or football?
I just wouldn't be able to resist football. I think it's it's amazing.
Yeah.
The moment of Sundays is so amazing, and
What would you play?
I don't know
Position?
what position if I got to pick. I think tight end would be fun. I think you'd have a nice mix of blocking and or catching, and get to make some plays.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun. Defensive end would also be super fun. Just get at the quarterback every time.
That'd be fun.
So yeah, those would be my two.
I'd be a receiver or either a safety or a cornerback. I love the idea of doing a read and like picking off the obviously intercepting the ball, but like reading the quarterback. And then I did football in 7th grade. Our team was not that great, but 2 years prior I played flag football with my elementary school, and our team went undefeated and won our championship. And I was a cornerback, and I made so many interceptions. It's not even funny. I would show you the footage, but we can't find it. But it did happen. So, in 7th grade, wearing full pads, it didn't fit me, and I just was a music kid and band kid, and so I didn't really want to do football, and I didn't like to listen to the coaches. I have a very I have a problem with authority, I suppose. So whenever I would be told what to do, I wanted to not do it. And like
real dangerous guy,
real rebellious dude here. Anyway, well, I have a question for you.
Hit me.
The same what? Really?
Hit me.
In the face or what? Okay. It's time for some bad advice.
It is
What do
time
you
to
say?
give bad advice. Let's do it.
So today, I wanted to see if you and I could. So this actually happened, but NASA has contacted us here at Two Young Golf Pros, and they've asked us to build from scratch a spaceship.
Now they'll supply us with everything we need. Make sure we have any tools we need to build it.
It's paid for, of course, and all the materials.
Yeah.
We have to just do it.
We just have to do it with no guidance, no Google, and give it our best shot. So yeah, where do you start?
When you build it, do you build it up vertical or do you lay it down and then you put it on the thing?
Oh yeah,
The launch pad. I know that
you build it horizontally, I think, and then you get like a crane to
pull
when
it
you're
up.
done. Yeah, pull it up, put it on
I know that they like wheel
a
it,
stand.
down the
Yeah.
runway. I don't know.
The runway. So yeah, I think
So it's horizontal. We're gonna build horizontal.
yeah, you build it horizontal. So
What kind of metal we using?
titanium. We got to go full strength.
So now can we
Aluminium.
do what?
Aluminium.
What's that?
That's how British people say aluminum.
Oh,
You would not want to build a rocket ship with
a rocket ship. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, would we can we hire people to do like the welding and all the
Yeah. We've got the budget.
Okay, so we would bring people in to like build
Yeah. We just gotta call the shots. We gotta manage this thing and
So
get it built. We've only got a year and a half to do it.
oh my gosh, can we do it that fast?
Yeah.
How quickly do rockets become built?
We have an unlimited budget and but we're calling the shots. So
Okay. So do you build like a frame out of 2x4s and then you fasten the metal
no,
to it? What's and the do you
frame. I don't think wood would. I don't think that would be sturdy.
it would burn up and
Yeah.
So
let's just build the jets first, like the
we got to make sure
it's the actual
can go.
yeah.
What do you do? Well, hang on. I just watched October Sky.
Okay.
Jake Gyllenhaal. It came out in the 90s. It's about Homer Hickam, famous guy who built a rocket in the 50s in Virginia.
How do you think Jake Gyllenhaal did as Mysterio?
I don't know what that is.
You didn't see the latest Spider-Man?
No.
What are you doing?
I suppose I'm being stupid.
Wow.
No, I've not seen the latest Spider-Man. But,
Oh, that's right. You don't like superhero movies.
yeah, I'm not really into superhero movies.
You're real original.
They're what?
You're real original. You're very
Is that
different.
is that an insult?
No. You're just very good at going against the crowd.
Yeah, well, I live to be rebellious, Mark.
That's right.
I
Problem
don't-
with authority.
I don't give no craps what nobody thinks, but I will be home for dinner. That's my new slogan. Anyway, that's not my slogan.
Maybe
but,
try another one.
Wait, is that not? It's not good.
It-
Yeah. Okay.
It's not.
So
not
we're
great.
building a rocket for NASA. The jet, the thing where fire comes out.
Dude, let's just buy like a car that has NOS, like some souped up car, and see
How many cars do we have to?
how it works, and then just do it at a scale that's like 400 times as big.
So you're saying we buy multiple cars
Yeah.
and
No, just to study them, just to understand how the propulsion works.
okay. So let's say we've done the research.
Well,
and
maybe we should just buy a plane, and then study that.
study how the plane goes.
Yeah.
The engines obviously make it go, but this is like what is it like when a rocket launches up and like fire is shooting out of the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? How does that work? You have any idea how that works? That is a crucial part of us getting to space, is knowing how to launch it.
No, I mean I can't tell you.
Well, dude,
I
we
imagine
have
the same
to.
way.
NASA tells us we have to. We got to come up with something.
Dude, here's what I don't know much about cars, but it's probably the same way cars go, but just on a bigger scale, with like better fuel.
So you have the you start the car. This is going to reveal our ignorance to car maintenance and how cars work. But you got the engine.
Yeah.
Gasoline powers the engine, I guess. And oil.
Yes.
Okay, maybe we should start with how to make a car go.
Yeah.
Make a car. But no, for the rocket, my idea. You know how you can like ball a bunch of matches together, and you can light it, and it's real big.
Yeah.
We get a bunch of matches. Dude.
Just put rubber bands around the matches.
Yeah, dude. And then we
Keep them together, and someone just takes like a little grill lighter, puts it on the end of it, and boom.
and that person will most surely be consumed by the flames.
We'll just get someone real devoted to space.
Yeah, someone who wants to give their life for space, or maybe we have a
Dude,
like
you
a
know there are
robot.
people signing up to give their lives for space. There's for the first manned Mars mission, people will die on the trip, I guess, or they won't return.
Oh, like they're for like the old age, or they won't, right? Because it'll take a long time.
Yeah. So,
How long is that trip? Is it years and years?
yeah. And then there's time. I mean, you have to spend time up there to actually.
You can see Mars from here. I didn't think it was that far. No, I'm just kidding.
So yeah, people are really devoted to it, and that is pretty cool. I mean, you would be truly a pioneer if you did that. But
Yeah, I mean, is that like being booked? Like
booked. I don't know.
7 months. A trip to Mars
Okay.
takes
Oh, that's
7 months.
That's not too bad. Get a good book, a couple good books.
Yeah, who's dying?
Well, I don't know. I've heard of that. I mean, maybe they spend the rest of the time
Yeah, this says
colonizing it.
This says online the total journey from Earth to Mars takes about between 150 and 300 days, depending on the speed of the launch, the alignment of the planets, and all that. So,
Well, then why aren't we just going up there right now?
6 months. That seems like that's crazy that you think about it. Like space, we could do a space segment, because space itself is just, I mean, it's infinite first of all, but like,
Yeah.
dude, that would be spooky to be like on the first man,
Cool.
What do you call it?
Mission.
Man mission to Mars. Like,
Sexist term.
um,
Hey, what do you think about people not believing in the moon landing? This is so recent. I mean, it's always been around, but in the past, I don't know, 3 years, this has definitely blown up, especially with the younger generation.
yeah.
The flat Earth thing, that's kind of a joke. I get that, but yeah, no, people very sincerely do not believe in the moon landing.
Well, now I don't understand this. I guess it was Russia's technology was advancing. I think, and I guess the U.S. we were thinking we need to beat them to the moon, right? Or we need to like surpass their advancements
during the Cold War. So the space race was kind of like definitely a big part of that.
So I guess the reason that we would fake it is to just say we did it, and we beat Russia. We got there, right? So it's all fabricated, everything, so that Russia would think, oh dang it, they beat us.
So there would have to be so many people. Think about how hard it is to keep like a secret between 4 people or so.
Oh, dude.
Think about the amount of organization and just competence to keep this locked away in the government. I mean, there's no way. There's no way.
Is Neil Armstrong still alive?
I don't think so, but I think Buzz Aldrin is.
Buzz Aldrin's still alive. I mean, there are. Yeah, you're right. That's a large. You're right. There's a large amount of people.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, do you think that? Let's say it was faked, not real. Did those astronauts tell their spouses, their families, that it was not real, or were they ordered to keep it a secret? Like, right? So that means it actually is a smaller number of people that knew that it wasn't real because. I don't know. I mean,
dude, that doesn't happen. I mean,
there's no way.
Financially, you're just incentivized to like go make a tell-all movie about it, and you'll be super rich. So, I don't see it happening.
Yeah. Now,
I hope we get a bunch of emails from conspiracy theorists angrily.
I would actually love to. No, for real. I would love to. Should we plug our email?
Yeah.
tygp@gmail.com. That is googlemail.com. Google is a search engine, and they also have an email platform. And you may email us at tygpshow@gmail.com.
That's right.
And we would love to hear from you if you love space or have any thoughts on this. We can't build a rocket.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it would absolutely most surely fail.
Dude, how far... Okay, how about this, though? How far would we get? If we do have the budget and we can get provided with supplies and tools.
I think we could build something that looked like a rocket ship.
How big?
I mean, I think we could build the huge thing, but just it would be empty on the inside. We wouldn't know what to put in there. We wouldn't know, like...
I don't think it would hold.
Now, there is one thing we're forgetting about. You have to, like... Oh, what I'm trying to say. Because there's the rocket, then there's the actual ship.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So in the rocket, whatever you call it.
It detaches in the atmosphere. Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess it comes crashing down here?
They do it over the ocean, yeah. Some poor dolphin probably just gets hammered.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine? Is there footage of that anywhere? Of like a rocket falling
there
in?
is.
That's pretty bad booty. I want to see that.
Yeah.
I would imagine they have to make sure that there's no
I think
cruise ships.
It parachutes, though, I think.
Oh, that's right.
Because, actually, yeah, it definitely parachutes. Here's a question. If something...
How do you control where it goes?
Well, they can probably control it. Like, they can...
Little controller?
Yeah. Little drone. I think they parachute it. But when something comes flying in from the atmosphere, doesn't it, like, kind of become a comet and... It catches fire and goes real fast, but I guess if it has a big enough parachute.
Well, I don't believe the rocket... I believe the rocket detaches before it's left the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So I think it would just float down, or not float down, but...
Yeah. Hey, would you ever go skydiving?
Oh, man. Yes. It's scary. I'm terrified of it.
Yeah.
I'm actually...
Oh, shoot!
Oh, my God. That was horrifying.
This idiot almost knocked over a 10-foot tall mirror.
That is not 10 feet.
Yes, it is.
Dude, it's probably 7 feet.
No, you're not 7 feet tall.
8 feet.
No.
It's
at least 9 feet.
No, look. My wingspan is 8, or my height is 6 feet, 2 feet. It's an 8-foot mirror. And I bumped it with my elbow, and that was a horrifying sound. I've heard that I've heard that bungee jumping is scarier than skydiving, which is interesting because, bungee jumping is like not as high up, but apparently the feeling is just significantly worse and scarier.
Hang gliding, I've heard, is the most likely to be fatal.
Oh, it'd be fatal? Oh my goodness.
Because think about it. If you can't control yourself and you're heading towards like the edge of a cliff, it's.
Oh my gosh.
It's yeah.
Would you go skydiving?
Yeah, I would do skydiving. I would.
Would you do the wingsuit? What do they call those? The man suit? The wing, where you...
Yeah. How cool would that be to do in like New York City?
Oh my goodness, that would be crazy.
No, I would need a lot of simulations and practice before I go.
Yeah. So if you were fully practiced up and trained up and you felt confident, well, I don't know how you've ever felt confident, but let's say you were trained, you knew how to do it. Would you wingsuit off of a building or something? And let's say there's people going with you so you can follow them. Would you do it?
I don't know. I don't. For the right price, maybe. Here's a question: for $200,000,
it's a lot of money.
With no practice, though, would you go wingsuiting?
With no practice or training?
Yeah, but you're not. You don't have to do it in like an area with a bunch of buildings.
Oh my gosh, dude! I don't think so. I would die. I would totally die. I wouldn't get the money. Would you do it? So wait. Would I be guaranteed that I would live, or is it just kind of like, I don't know?
No, you can't guarantee anything.
Holy cow, dude!
That's the risk.
$200,000. If I watched.
How about this? Yeah, no, that's kind of with no practice, that would be too dangerous. But something like hang gliding, I think it's probably simpler.
Yeah.
It's not saying it's easy, but would you be able to figure out how to land yourself safely?
I don't think so, man. Could we watch for that amount of money? Could we watch like training videos? So we don't actually, or is that part of the training?
You can watch 10 minutes of video.
10-minute video on how to do it.
Yeah.
So you go into main event laser tag and there's like the little video. That's what you watch. Dude, I don't think I would. I don't think I would do the hang gliding or the wingsuit.
Okay, that's smart. Yeah.
Would you paddleboard from California to Hawaii for $100,000?
No.
You know, a guy just did that.
Really?
Yeah, or maybe it was from Hawaii to California. One of the two.
Do you know how long it took him?
Like months. And
What did he eat? On his paddleboard. How did he have enough room for food?
Oh, hang on, Mark. I don't remember the story exactly, but he did.
Because he made it up.
No, it's real. It just happened. I think it took like.
That's.
Dude, look it up on your phone, dude. Would you do that? Let's say you had all you needed, a big boat, all the food and water you needed. You had the plan. Would you do it? And the stand-up paddleboard, you know what I mean? Like where you have to paddle yourself.
Yeah.
Would you do that for $100,000?
I'm not. No, I would die.
Wait, you don't have to die.
Well,
you could try to.
How are you? You're just in a paddleboard. The first storm that comes through the ocean, your paddleboard isn't going to withstand that.
Wait. Say it again.
The first storm that comes through, your paddleboard is going to.
Well, this guy I believe had essentially a compartment he could go sleep in, like underneath. Like it's a big.
This is not a paddleboard.
Well, it's
You're
a custom.
describing a boat.
I suppose it's a. Well, actually, yeah, it was called a cruise ship.
Okay, yeah.
He was just on board. No, this is a custom paddleboard that he got on, and I would imagine it's been built for him, customized. But I'd imagine it's larger than a normal paddleboard. But you wouldn't do it for $100,000?
If I have the right boat.
What about $1 million?
Yeah, I'd give it a shot. Would you?
For $100,000, if I was guaranteed to come back, like guaranteed to live, I think I would do it. If I didn't know if I would die or live, I don't think I would do it. I'd be too scared.
Yeah.
Man, would you? Let me think here. I have a fun idea, fun question for you. Speaking of like, would you for this or would you for that? Funny question for you. If you, this is kind of a would you rather deal. So either every time you ride in a car anywhere, you're car sick and nauseous for the entire car ride, or every time you ride in a car going anywhere, you have to go. Once you get to your destination, you have to drive back home or back from where you came, and then back again to your destination. So, for instance,
wow, those are both really annoying.
let's say you're driving to work. You have to go to work, back home, and to work. That's your commute. So think about it's like 3 times the amount of driving. Or you drive once, but you're car sick the whole time. And then the moment you get out...
So it's like... So the car sick one is kind of like spending an hour with you? Is that kind of the experience? Car sick? Is that about how pleasant it is? Just like I know the level.
Let's move on to something of more importance, if indeed there is any. Would you want to answer the question, Mark? It's your dang question.
I'll do the car sick one. And I'll just,
really?
Yeah, I mean, how much time are you wasting?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Doubling your trip.
It's a 30-minute drive to work for me, so I have to leave. I got to be there at 8. I got to leave at 6:30.
Yeah, we live in Texas, so everything's super far apart. Commutes are forever. Going to the grocery store is at least 2 days' journey on horseback. So, yeah, that'd be a lot of time.
And this is Dallas we're talking about.
Yeah.
Dude, I cannot stand being car sick. I think give me the triple trip.
Wow. Yeah,
yeah, man, I hate feeling sick. Like when I feel nauseous, like everything is awful. And I would literally give both my arms and legs to be not feeling sick because I just can't stand feeling sick. So, another one for you. Either everyone hates your guts, so everyone you talk to, everyone you speak to just hates you, and it shows. Or everyone loves you, but to the point where like, people are taking photos of you, photos with you, autographs are just constant. So basically you're famous, as in like everybody's just trying to get to you and see you, and everywhere you go there's people that are there trying to say hi to you, and you're just loved, and just people just love you, and it's just so like...
Yeah, dude, it's easy. It's the second one. It would be annoying, I get it, but like, yeah, there's no contest.
You don't think so?
No. Hey, here's one though that I think is actually pretty tricky. Okay, you have to pick one of these. Every time you speak publicly, you have to yell at the top of your lungs. Or every time you walk anywhere, you have to sprint. So you're either yelling all the time
or sprinting
or
all the time.
Running. Like, just if you're in the office and you need to go make a copy, you're sprinting to the copy machine. Like pushing people out of your way. Or you're just yelling at people.
What about in the library?
Yeah, no, anytime you use your
And
voice.
now this is at the top of your lungs, as in like blood-curdling yell?
No, I mean, you're just yelling, You're not fully screaming, but you are past talking loudly.
Okay. Dude, they're both awful, man. I mean, imagine so at my work, I can take a 10-minute walk to the little strip where there's restaurants, and I walk from time to time to get some food for lunch, whatever. But imagine having to sprint there. And then imagine let's say I get to the restaurant and I have to run to the restroom. Legitimately run.
It's embarrassing.
Sprint and then sprint to the line and
but
sprint
is that
to get my
more
drink.
embarrassing than yelling your order at the waiter so that everybody looks at you? Which one is... I think I would rather sprint everywhere.
Man, you would be so exhausted.
I
Like
know,
imagine
you'd
like
probably just go short distances.
like if you're at work, you're like I can't even go pee because it's a long walk or a long run. Just sit in your desk. Well, imagine like just imagine like every morning you just I mean as fast as you can like, running and sitting down, and you're like, you know.
Just imagine things like your wedding. You're just
Imagine being the bride
Yeah.
and sprinting down the aisle with your dad.
Oh my gosh.
Like, Dad, come on.
I love Would You Rather.
Would you rather is good. That's really fun. I got one more for you. Would you rather? What?
Go.
What'd you say?
Hit me.
Oh, hit you with it. Okay. You can't watch any sports ever again. So no TV sports. You can't listen on the radio. Like no sports. The sports don't exist to you. Or as in access to sports, you just can't watch any sports. Or
What a boring life.
I know that would be really hard, man. Especially in the fall when everyone's watching it. Like you're just like
Yeah.
can't go to any parties. People are having parties and watching games like Super Bowl and all that, World Series.
Can't even go into a
Get-togethers.
lot of bars or restaurants.
Yeah. So either no sports or everything you ever eat and drink is disgusting.
Ooh. Oh, those are tough.
I don't know what it tastes like.
Even water?
Yeah. Everything. Everything you eat and drink. So,
How bad?
well,
Like-
that's kind of the thing. We got to figure out, like, is it like you spit it out so bad? Or if it's, like, imagine, like, you eat something that's not good. Like, you've
Yeah,
been
like
to,
kale.
well, I don't even know what that is, but
I think they just came up with it.
perfect. I imagine that it would have to be like you're able to swallow it, you're able to eat. It's not like it's every swallow is like disgusting and you're like getting sick. You're not getting sick from it, but it's just like you've had bad food before at restaurants, but it's just disgusting. But you have to eat. You gotta drink.
Yeah.
Realistically, you would probably get used to the taste of stuff.
Yeah, you
like,
get used to things. Yeah.
but dude, I could not imagine like.
And your expectations were just lower, so you wouldn't be
That's true.
disappointed after like.
Well,
3
this is
months.
gonna suck.
Yeah.
This food is gonna suck. Well, imagine telling your wife,
Oh my god.
"How's dinner? Disgusting.
Sucks.
Freaking awful. It's making me sick."
Add some flavor. Dude, I wanted to talk about news stories today, but there's nothing happening right now.
Really?
I mean, yeah. Isn't it pretty dry like the past?
We should make some news.
We should make some news, yeah.
How could we? What's the quickest way we could make the news right now? Like the quickest way we could be on the news tomorrow morning. Our local city news.
Oh, right.
Probably go like protest somewhere or like go up to I don't know.
No, dude, everybody does that. Everybody and their dog goes and protests
so
now.
What about obviously this is like not committing a crime.
Yeah, not
I mean,
committing
well,
a
like
crime.
okay, hang on. I guess. I mean, you could commit some really heinous, awful crimes and be on the news
Yeah,
immediately.
but that's,
so
not
what
the
we're
best
talking
way to get on the news.
about. Yeah. So short of doing anything illegal or immoral, how do you make the news? Do you? I mean, okay, maybe.
So you're gonna die if you're not on CNN tomorrow morning.
Like
If you're not and you don't have to be a big story, but you just have to be covered by
national
some
news.
Yeah, national, not just local. What do you do?
Okay, I think I have an idea. I would take everything I own in my house, and I would take it to there's a pretty busy road. It's not a highway, but it's a pretty busy road, about a quarter mile to next door, down the road a little bit,
A quarter mile next door?
Okay.
Okay.
It's that way. I'm pointing.
Yeah.
It's to the east of where we are right now. But it's just, a couple streets over. I would take everything I own inside the house and I would put it outside right on the street. And, it's a divided road. So there's a north and a south and there's a median. I would organize everything like my house and I would just live outside in the street with all the stuff. TV set up. Somehow I would get power somehow. And there would be, all the cars wouldn't be able to get around. I would put, like, this queen bed, the queen bed in our master bedroom is, however 8 feet, 9 feet long.
You think
that
that's
would
enough?
come across 2 lanes so cars can't get past.
Right.
I would put everything, and I would, the best I could, organize it just like the house. And I think that would get me on the local news.
I don't know. I think you'd be arrested in 30 minutes.
You think so?
Yeah.
What's the crime there?
Well, you're blocking traffic.
Blocking traffic, yeah. Man. Okay.
It is hard to get on national news.
What about what if I did that at like a park, like a public park? Well, if the thing is, because right now it's evening, where we are right now, as we're recording this. But so let's say you have 24 hours to make the news. How about that?
Yeah.
Because right now it's like already nighttime. Everybody's getting winding down.
Yeah, 24 hours.
My thought was like do my same idea, but go to like a park where I'm not blocking traffic or causing a scene, but I'm just living. I don't know. That's weird. I don't even know if that might make the news.
I would go like trans species or something.
Go what now?
Trans species. I think that's your most feasible shot. Just start identifying as a shark. Sometimes the news picks up stories like that, and because they're just outrageous enough. And
where would you go? Like social media?
Yeah, social media. Like buy a couple costumes, put them on, post some pictures, and.
Well, I know for a fact if I did that on my social media page, like people would just laugh, and it wouldn't get traction.
You need to start over.
Like my life?
No, you need to start your social media over and get a bunch of people who don't know you.
Yeah. Why don't we play Finish the Sentence? I have an idea. Hang on. I have a phrase, and we'll finish it. How about that? Mark and Cody's NASA rocket
will
be
exploding
in 10,000
feet.
Oh my gosh!
Not very far up. We didn't make it that.
Nobody's gonna want to ride our rocket.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think another one.
Cody
is
not
dumb.
Except
when
he
goes
potty.
Because
he
can't
do it.
That's too hard. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Hey, you get to start.
Okay. This is going to be apostrophe at the end of this.
All right.
Mark's
brain
doesn't
work.
Tonight, comma. So tonight,
the
big
Mayan.
Hmm? The big Mayan robot
is
preparing
his
plan
to
bring
destruction
and
chaos
to
New Mexico.
Why New Mexico? What did they do to you?
I don't know. Nothing.
Oh my goodness. You want to do one more?
Yeah, let's go. I'll
finish
start.
this off?
Yeah,
Better be good. This is the last thing. This better be really good.
oh, it's going to be good. Today's
forecast
has
very
many.
Like small?
Many. Yeah.
Like a lot?
MANY.
Very many? Today's forecast has very many.
Yeah, you can follow that with a word.
I don't think that's
What
I think that's right. Grammatically.
You can say a pizza has very many tomatoes on it.
No, you can't.
What? Stop hitting the mirror. Wait, what do you mean you can't?
You can't say very many. I've never heard anybody say that before.
What? What are you doing?
Okay,
Yes, you
hang on.
can.
I'm trying to think of a way to say it. The sky has very many stars.
Yeah, it does.
Has
very many. You can say this guy has many stars or has very many stars.
There are very many dogs. There's very many dogs in there. But the way
there are very many dogs. You can say there is.
Right. Yes, right. There are very many dogs in the other room. There are very many.
Yeah.
So
today's forecast has very many.
Okay, here's why it's weird to me. Because A-R-E, that word is typically, to me, in front of very many. Like, there are very many stars in the sky. Oh yeah, there are very many. Like, how many dogs are there? Very many. How many tickets have you gotten this month? Very many. To me, it just sounds strange.
But so have is the same thing as has. So it's not that weird.
Let's get on with it.
Yeah, I agree.
We are signing off. So thank you for listening. It's been great having you a part of the show today. We will catch you next time. And as always, work on that tee shot.